Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with power plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant Josh on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feel it. Thinking the players, they all never touch. You can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch. No toast allowed, just supposed to live. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, is another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big. Don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. We about to go big. We about to go big. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks.
We're back, bro. We're back. We made it. We made it through the whole month. That didn't even feel like a month. We're here. We're here.
We are super excited to be back. Am I coming through okay? Am I blurry as hell right now?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Might just be on my end there. Just wanted to double check, but yeah, we are back. And as always, before we hop into it, if you guys would do us a huge favor, make sure and hit that like and subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out whenever we do go live for our usual breakdown. Plus, we've also implemented, if you guys haven't seen, we've also been doing a second video with just a quick little recap for some plays at kind of a 1-2. So make sure you guys don't miss out on that. And down below as well, we still are running our 7-day free trial for our Discord. Make sure to check it out in the Patreon services. So, all right, man. How you feeling? I know it's been. I feel like it's been a minute since we had a couple of days off too.
Yeah, it feels good to be back, and it definitely feels good to have a few days off. I'm excited to get into it. I know when we first look at the first day, it's always a little difficult because it's the same old lines, the same old stuff. But, it'll be fun to get back into it. We'll see what we can find here. We'll see what people are talking about, what questions they got, and we'll move forward with it. And we'll definitely, I feel like I learned a little something about second half betting with the Olympics, which was cool. So hopefully that can convert to some WNBA wins as well.
Yeah, 100%. I guess before we get started, one just kind of bit of news to keep an eye out for back of your head. Phoenix is on the front end of a back-to-back, so they do play Thursday, and then we'll play Friday as well, traveling out to Indiana. And this game's going to be super hype, that Indiana game for sure. So something to keep an eye out for. We got a little bit of news for as far as players who are going to be available or players who are ruled out. Most notably, Sykes should be good to go. Carly Samuelson's going to be good to go. And Shakira Austin is also going to be playing, it looks like. So all three of those players will be back. Becca Allen tweaked her hamstring at the beginning of the Olympics, so she's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Dallas, they ended up releasing Odyssey Sims and Monique Billings. Super sad to see Sims go again, man. They just treat her so bad. I hate that for her.
Poor Sims. Poor Sims.
Yeah, dude, she was a bucket, man. I can't believe they're just straight up letting her go.
I'm gonna smoke this half joint last night just for her.
Yeah. So Maddie Siegrist is expected to be back about 6 days from now, August 20th. Jaylen Brown expected to play Friday. We got Mariah Jefferson's going to be available for Chicago debut. And they did say, at least projecting, Michaela Onuera is expected to start over Marina Mabry. And if you guys don't remember and or forgot, Mabry did get traded to Connecticut right at the deadline.
Bye.
And yep. She's wanting to play, so we'll see how that shakes out for our upcoming slate with that team. But at least that's all the news for now that we do have, and we should also be getting injury reports coming in here over the next hour for tomorrow. So we'll keep an eye out for any news moving forward here with that. And yeah, I think that's about it for now. Let's go ahead. I'm going to bring up at least the plays that we have for now, kind of in the queue. We'll talk about a couple of them. And we'll get caught up on some of the comments here. So we are still pretty early out. I mean, there is a little bit of news that I would like to see. Let's gonna start doing this again.
Broken bat. Broken bat.
All right, PrizePicks has been like fucking up all day. Sorry for the language. It's like really pissing me off. They've been doing this for like the last hour and a half now.
I can't even get mine to load over here.
Yeah, we might not be using PrizePicks at all here for this first video. They've been having technical difficulties all afternoon. But at least the first play I had in the queue was Rakia Jackson. PrizePicks bumped her back down to 11.5. And I think that's just by and large because DraftKings currently does not have any lines up for any player props. And most notably, PrizePicks does base their movement by and large off of DraftKings. So even though FanDuel and Props Builder has stuff up for us right now, I think we're going to see a lot more of the line movement here over the next 24 hours once DraftKings finally catches up. And I guess this thing's just not going to work. So I'm going to close this out. We're just going to use Underdog for today, and for tomorrow we'll circle back down to PrizePicks whenever they fix their shit.
I'll try to find the lines as you look on Underdog. I'll look on my phone here. At least the phone works for PrizePicks, so I'll tell you the value at least.
Okay. Well, at least I'm just kind of thinking off the top of my head here real fast before I forget them. Some of the plays I had in the queue, the Feezy plus Angel Reese rebound combo I think is very interesting. Reese is in a pretty good spot rebounding wise. Phoenix is allowing top 5 rebounds, and they're allowing the most offensive rebounds and tied, I think, for top 2 most second chance points, so i.e. offensive putbacks, offensive free throws. So I like those two. Washington has also been giving up quite a few rebounds to the center position, and with the addition of Shakira Austin back today, I think that just kind of boosts her up a little bit more. I know Feezy's 18.5 points was a huge community play. Good luck. I'm going to tell every one of them, good luck. Washington's been insanely good inside the paint. I don't know where this Men in Black flashy thing memory is. Washington has been elite inside of the paint, and Feezy's still dealing with that fasciitis. I'm good on that. If you're going to play her, I'd play it with the combo with Copper. Copper is back for her revenge game in Chicago. I think, honestly, Copper points, interesting. I mean, it's still definitely high at 23.5, 24 on Underdog, but it's a revenge narrative for her. Chicago has been a lot better as defensively inside the paint, so I think it's a little bit scary matchup-wise, but the fact that Mabry is not going to be there is kind of interesting because she matches up a little bit better size-wise to Copper, whereas like Michaela is a really big body where she can swat her down low, but she could definitely get burned as far as like free throws and anything outside of the paint. Just a couple things to keep an eye out on.
Coolio, bro.
All right, what were you saying? All right, sorry.
Oh, nothing. I was just looking at PrizePicks and seeing that loading projections in the middle of my screen, just going over and over and over and over. It's pretty nice. They're being dumb. But
yeah, it's super frustrating.
Yeah, what else did you have on there? Do you remember?
It was those two, and also the Sabrina and Cloud assist combo at 13. I think it's interesting. Cloud is a little bit high, and I know everyone's going to be like, oh, Sabrina did all this in the 2 games they played against the Sparks. yes, totally understandable. But with a grain of salt, Laney was out for both of those, as well as Vandersloot was out for both of those. So I don't know if I'm fully committed to trusting Sabrina as just the assist playmaker. I think there's a little bit of added risk there, mostly because she's the most likely candidate to get hot from three and to probably do the most real scoring upside. So I don't know if I trust the playmaking quite as much. And I mean, asking for 7 from her is kind of a stretch. I mean, I get, the 6 has a nice little push factor, but she might come out shooting. They kept her pretty well in check during the Olympic break. I mean, they didn't really turn her loose at all. So she's been at least ramped up and warmed up with, team atmospheric play. So she should come back in, do her thing here. And the Sparks are still dying from just, raw field goal volume. They're allowing the second most per game. And then beyond the arc, they're still number 2. They've been number 1, number 2 for large majority of these games. So, and another thing, I kind of briefly touched on Washington. You can see the yin and the yang here. So stout inside the paint, giving up the most threes. Makes total sense, right? Sure. So just, something to note, for me there personally, I see a lot of cappers have been posting Feezy straight up points. I just don't see it. His team's Minnesota's back to full strength now as well.
Can we go under?
If she gets there, it's, I don't know. So the thing for her, I think she can beat us if she gets to the free throw line a bunch, but just in natural game flow, 20 points out of her is, it's just kind of pushing it. And you still have the added risk of, at some point, they're going to make a commitment between either playing or not playing Courtney Williams. And if Courtney Williams plays, she's going to soak up just a little bit more of that usage because, she's the primary playmaker. So by default, she's going to have that ball in her hands a little bit more. Whereas, with the second unit, they just check it down to Feezy and they kind of run the offense to the high post. It's frustrating. Some of these teams also, we've got basically a lot of players coming back too who, haven't seen minutes, haven't seen time with the teams. And I would even err on the side of caution for some of the players coming back too, that they could still be jet lagged from Paris. 7-hour time difference is nothing to sneeze at. I would imagine a 16, 20-hour flight, something crazy like that. And, just that cobbled together with the fact that you now have to get back into that rapport, playing with your old teammates and stuff like that, it just adds a little bit of added risk. So I think we're going to be a little bit erring on the side of caution for taking a lot of plays in general, a lot of overs in general, and just wait for the line movement to happen. I'm really waiting for a lot of lines to go up so we can go under.
Ooh, I like that.
All right. Well, with all that being said, so I think we touched on most of this stuff here. If you do have Underdog, there is a little bit of difference in some of the lines here. A little bit more options kind of on Underdog. This Rakia Jackson, I think first half 5.5 points is just crazy low. She's still an absolute bucket. She's, 14 to 17 field goal attempts in the last several games. I think 6 out of 7 games, double digit. So as long as she's playing the minutes, I like this and the full game at 11.5 quite a bit. How you feeling about Miss Jackson?
I love her. I love her. I don't understand why it's so low, to be honest. Because stuff like that feels a little weird that it's so low, sometimes I just get a little freaked out, so I don't play it huge, but I'm definitely going to put that in a few slips. Most definitely.
Sweet. And so the other one that I did at least have for kind of an early, I think this is decent value, Stephanie Dolson here. 14 PR. So a couple things about her. Minnesota has still been elite on the 3-point defense. They're allowing the second least per game. And now with the return of all 3 of the Washington players, honestly, just Sykes by herself returning was almost enough for me to like this. But now we have the fact that also Shakira Austin is going to be back. So clearly, Dolson is going to be losing out on some minutes. I think she'll still play a reasonable amount, but just, those two, plus the fact that an actual 3-point shooter is going to be back with Samuelson, so they can actually space the floor a little bit better. She might actually have to play, firmly down at that 5 spot and just kind of playing the rotational minutes between her, Austin, and whoever off the bench. And if that's the case, I mean, I think there's a little bit of rebound sweat, like sure, but Feezy's been a phenomenal rebounder. I mean, Lana Smith is a phenomenal defensive player, and I mean, again, just the fact that Minnesota is so elite versus the three ball, I mean, that's the best thing that she's got going for her. So if the three's not landing, then there's a really good chance that like Hines Allen and Edwards off the bench, who, side note, Edwards looked really good in her short Olympic stint that she did have. She could lose out minutes to either one of these players, and I wouldn't be surprised to see just like a lot of 15 to 20 minutes across the board for all four, all 3 or 4 of these players.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Dawson, because like you said, I mean, they got to have their team back healthy, and we've seen what she does. She disappears sometimes when the whole team's healthy. I mean, Sykes takes all that usage. We know Austin's going to be number 2, right? So, and taking some rebounds.
Yeah. Oh, and especially, I mean, Sykes, even more so, I think we would initially look at, Austin to be like, oh, she's going to cut into the rebounding, but man, it's Sykes. Sykes is a little RA monster this year. Mm-hmm. And even that first game that she came back and played, like just, in limited minutes, those 2 games that she played, I mean, she did so much in the PRA. It's not even funny.
Hell yeah. I wonder what her lines are going to be. Remember, sometimes they toss her lines up really, really, really low. I know they've done that in the past, and we were like, what the heck? I wonder if she's going to start, and I wonder if their lines, if her first half PRA lines would be crazy low in the past.
Yeah. I think there is actually a good chance that Sykes will get the start. It'll definitely be limited minutes. I'm sure about that, but she should more than likely draw the start. I'd be really shocked if they kept Van Loo and then brought her in off the bench. That'd be a little bit of a surprise, but I mean, still, tomato. The fact that the bodies are back in general, and then, the fact that this is Minnesota back to full strength, coming in off of extended rest, I mean, they should be able to show some defense at home.
Mm-hmm. And my PrizePicks started working on it. I went to a different browser. I guess Chrome was just messing up.
Yeah, I'm having, I don't know, maybe it's just, something on my grid, my end with them, but it wasn't working on any of my browsers. I don't know what's going on.
Weird.
Well, just, I mean, price shop, you guys use your heads, obviously, accordingly. If it's close or comparable from this to PrizePicks, then, take that. But again, we will have this sorted out sometime over the next 24 hours. And we're back to normal streaming, baby. So we're going to be back here tomorrow, breaking it all down again for you guys. And then, moving forward from there, we'll be posting out the overnight plays for the following morning. So keep an eye out for that. Again, make sure you guys like and sub down below so you don't miss out.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into a few questions here. I feel like I've been rambling.
All right, it's all good. I see Youngin's back.
Yo, what's up, dude? You've been a long time no see, man. We missed you.
Yeah, we were talking. We were like, dang, where's Youngin at? Really glad you're back, bro. And he came back as first place. He just came back as first place. That's some gangster shit right there. Danzy's here. He says, time to rake in the cash. Let's get it, boys. Hit that like button and subscribe. It's free. It costs nothing. Been slaying it recently. There you go. Big Danzy. Congratulations, sir.
Hey.
Youngin said, I'm back. Yes, you are. Sean Drake said, I'm here. Just had to run the block so that Youngin can be first this time. Yay! Cashier Family for Life says second. Hey, I don't care what Ricky Bobby says, bro. Second is fine with me. Absolutely. You've earned it, no doubt, he says. Youngin says, you're good, fam. No hard feelings. We all gonna cash. First question is by Youngin, in fact. Tarasi under PRA.
They bumped Rakia. No.
Oh, Rakia, I miss you already.
Oh, they bumped her full game points too. Is she at 12 on PrizePicks yet? Again?
I'll look. I don't think so, but.
So yeah,
She's
Tarasi
11 and a half
interesting. All right, we'll keep an eye out for that, folks. It's definitely going to bump back up to 12. So Tarasi's kind of interesting. She's been doing a little bit more in the RA category than I would to sweat, but the scoring I think scoring downside for her is pretty interesting. So she's only minus 120. I mean, I imagine she's probably like minus 115 when DK ends up putting their lines up because they don't have them yet.
The 23.5 PRA on Underdog, or I'm sorry, on PrizePicks. And what's the Underdog? Yeah.
23.5.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of who they're going to guard her with now that there's no Mabry as well. Because it's either going to be, I mean, the only two guards they have that are projected to start right now are just Carter and, Lindsay Allen?
Oh, Lindsay Allen.
Yeah. So that's interesting. You know, actually, see, if I knew for sure that Carter was going to guard Taurasi, I would say I'm all in and I like it. But I think there's a really good chance that we actually see Carter guarding Copper and vice versa. And they might just stick Michaela on Taurasi here, honestly. That's interesting. Yeah, we definitely need to confirm the starting five. So, I mean, just hypothetically thinking, I would almost go out on a limb and say that Copper and Carter are going to guard each other back and forth. So, I mean, that really kind of either leaves Lindsay Allen to slide over and pick up Taurasi. But, I mean, Taurasi, she's so damn tall. Like, it almost would make sense to put Michaela on her, though, right?
Maybe. It is possible.
And Michaela's pretty tall, too.
Is Liz out for the season? Big Liz?
Yeah, I think she tore something bad.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, season-ending surgery.
Ooh.
Torn meniscus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we are playing a little bit of a shell game with that. Man, if I knew for certainty who, in fact, was going to guard Taurasi, I would say, yeah, like, for sure. But it's either going to be, so, upper end, it's either going to be Carter, which we feel great about, or it's going to be the likes of, like, Michaela Onuere, who we don't even know how many minutes she's going to play. And, yeah, I have no idea.
All right.
Kind of a fringe play. I mean, leaning towards the under because she just didn't do anything in the Olympics, but that also is a little scary. We need her to default to Copper, so we're really banking on Copper getting pissed and doing her thing this game. Otherwise, might be sweating Taurasi a little bit more than you want.
Okay. Ian Warner Comedy is here. What's up? What's up, dude? Third place, he'll take it. Bronze medal, nothing wrong with that. Still got a medal there, guy. Haha, thank you for recognizing me as the current leader of first place victories, he says as well. So, yeah. As Youngin's been gone, Ian has definitely been taking over that first place. So, Youngin says, my bad. I'm sorry, Cashier Family for Life says, Youngin, my bad. I'm a newbie to the squad, so I didn't know that. Shouts out to you, bro. Oh, yeah. Youngin runs this shit. Youngin's back. You could tell. Just taking over and shit. Let's see. Ian Warner says, do we like Hamby under PRA?
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. We're really just kind of sweating the points more than anything. So, New York has been decent on like scoring upside or scoring downside, I should say, defensively, but they're giving up a little bit more in the RA category than I would like. Mostly just the rebounding. They give up a shit ton, the most defensive rebounds per game. So that is a little bit of a slight concern. But I mean, I think the fact that, you know, we've seen the direct impact of Azare coming back and starting, I mean, it has basically just killed her rebounding upside altogether. And I think the RA category is definitely a solid downside, but I don't mind it. You know, honestly, I'm thinking even more so just on the fact that she's got all this drama and stuff going on. this is I mean, you got to imagine that's somewhere in your headspace. Like that's going to be weighing on you. You know, that's been in the media. I mean, literally every sports, everything has been covering. You know, this whole fiasco with her. Blah blah blah. Not going to get into it, but there's definitely a realm of possibility that just plus, I mean, the matchup in general against Stewie is not that great. We just need Stewie to show up. If Stewie's being lazy, then we might sweat a little bit, but I don't mind it. I don't mind that.
Okay.
What's the odds? Let's look at the odds. Yeah, so minus 125. Yeah, I don't mind that. We'll throw that up in the queue as well. Or how you feeling about that?
Sheesh. I mean, you know I love unders, so I always lean that way, but I like it, actually. I like the matchup. I can't complain. Every time I see New York match up against a player like Hamby, I think that she's going to have a tough time. As long as that number is on the high side, is that 30.5? I forget what her lines were before the break. It's been so damn long.
Oh, yeah.
Seems a little lower than normal.
Yeah, and she's 31.5 here, too. So it's right there on the line. I mean, I get it. I don't mind it that much. It's all right, I will say. Real fast. Now that I was thinking about circling back to Taurasi, I actually like that a little bit more. Just on, again, the fact that they're on that back-to-back. I think that was something that I didn't mention again in that moment. That actually makes this play a little bit more relevant. So let's throw that in the queue. And another player, I will say, keep an eye out for that second half under, because she has been just absolute ghost.
And Hamby's 31 PRA on PrizePicks, by the way. And mine's doing that same weird broken bat thing over here too. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Okay, so yeah, the 31.5 on PrizePicks, then I do like that under.
It's 31 flat. Sorry, 31 flat. Still better than 30.5, but yeah. Let's see what else we got. Let's pass all these first, second, thirds. We got the movie trivia. I'm gonna come back to that. Let's get to a few more questions still. Everyone's just saying hello to each other. Andre Simon, what's up, dude? Youngin says, what's up, underrated and E? Okay, let's see. Ian Warner, I like that too, especially with Azare out. They're doing her thing along with JJ. Yeah, it could be a little tough. De'Erica for sure. Okay, so the Hamby under. People are talking about liking that. Chris is here. He says, let's get that bread. What's up, Chris? Appreciate you. First to light some gas. Thank you even more. With that, I'm going to light some gas right after I find the next question. Let's see. Youngin says backwoods rolled. Okay, here we go. Kevin Thomas, what's up, bro? He says, we made it through the break. WNBA on deck. Caitlin RA over. Picking up where she left off. Question mark? Caitlin RA over. No, it's not tomorrow's game, but it probably will bump.
I haven't. Yeah, we're gonna skip all the questions for Friday stuff. I haven't looked at a single thing. I'll be totally honest. They dropped the board like at 30 minutes before we went live, and honestly, it's just way too damn early for the Friday board to be out already. Like that's actually insane.
Well, you know how Caitlin is. They're gonna have her next game and her next game too, and her September 12th game props and everything. If you want to bet on Caitlin, you can do it at any day. But I will say I looked at it last night. Huh? What's up?
I was looking specifically at the RA at first glance. She's what, 16.5? Yeah, 16.5. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. The only thing I'm a little worried about her though is this is a phenomenal three-point upside shooting for her. So there's a little bit of a, that is a thing, but the rebounding is going to be a phenomenal upside for her. And I mean, as long as she comes out and does her thing, I could see it.
Yeah, for sure. I like that assist. If you can find that 9.5 assists on books or somewhere at a little bit better price, I like that a lot too. Youngin says Rockies are losing 5-1. How do you feel about that, E?
Not surprised.
Kevin Thomas back with another question. He says Stubu and Sabrina under PRA. Kevin Thomas be coming with the unders. I like it. What do you think about Stubu under PRA? We were talking about that a little bit. And Sabrina under PRA.
Sabrina, I'd be careful with. Stewie though, Stewie's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, I'll say Sabrina is a little. She's kind of dangerous because she could definitely rack up the PA like real bad on us. Stewie's got a little bit better fantasy upside than anything. I know she had a ton of blocks and steals in that one game, like 70 fantasy. But it just depends on what version of Stewie we get. Like if it's the Olympic Stewie that came out there and was balling, we gonna be sweating real hard. Because I mean they still don't have Cameron Brink here, so I mean it's gonna be Hamby on defense, who's a reasonable defender and thankfully doesn't give up a lot of fouls, but Hamby doesn't really have. She's not quick off the step, so Stewie's feeling that that step back, little mid range turnaround that she has. She could definitely cook Hamby off of that. But I honestly get the feeling we see Sabrina have a little bit more of a takeover, and they default to like her and JJ just a little bit more, just because they're more fresh. I wouldn't be surprised if Stewie went under. I think that one's actually really interesting. And she is 33.5 on PrizePicks, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, again, PrizePicks, I think, and this is kind of what we were doing here. We're waiting on the lines to bump up. Like I'm down for taking some unders here, especially in these Olympic players coming back. Like yeah, sign me up.
I feel like they're going to be tired for sure. Let's see. I wanted to just make sure that is 33.5. I think it is though. Yeah, 33.5 still. Okay. So yes on Stewie, pass on Sabrina, probably, right?
Yeah, I think Sabrina actually has herself a nice little outing.
Okay. And then he also says, what about Caitlin under 3.5 threes? He knows your motto of 3.5 threes, but this is Caitlin. Yeah. This is super Caitlin now.
Yeah.
This is Caitlin!
I probably am still going to do it just on the principle alone, but I'm a little nervous. I'm just for this one matchup. If it was any other matchup, maybe the Sparks, but this matchup in particular, I'm a little tiny wee bit nervous.
I feel you. This is the exact wrong matchup for that.
And again, the back-to-back, that's going to be a huge fatigue factor on defense.
Cashier Family for Life says, Def just became part of the Patreon family like I told y'all I would. Love this squad. Love this squad /stream. Well, welcome, sir. You have to tell us who you are in the Discord, because you probably have a different name, because I don't remember. Cashier Family for Life? I think I saw Cashier something, though, earlier. It must be Currency or something, I want to say. That was probably you. CJ Brown says they don't go no Washington Mystics lines up. They don't go no Washington Mystics lines up. I don't know what that means, but I still love you, Chris Brown. CJ Brown, sorry, I was thinking of the dancer.
Was that a little Hey Arnold logo too?
It might be. I think it is actually. Yeah.
I think so.
Sabrina over. Sabrina over first half points. Ian Warner says.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, 10.5. I would like to get it at 9.5, but yeah, I don't mind it. So also, again, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, Laney should still be out for another week or two, and we'll more than likely have Feebitch starting, but do keep an eye out for if they decide to start Thornton for whatever reason.
It is Feebish. Feebit.
Yeah.
It's not bit. There's no T though.
I'm not throwing the T. You're just hearing that extra ish from me.
No. Reese Cup for double. Reese Cup. What do you think about her for a double? Think she's getting 10 points?
Sure.
It's funny, she'll get more rebounds than points as a norm.
She should. Yeah, I mean, you would think, right?
13 points.
Yeah, if you can find it, it's what's the payout for something like that?
Is it on Underdog too? Let's compare Underdog with the books. That'll be interesting. Oh, they don't have it.
No, she's done. No, Underdog done away with that. They're like, all right, we're just giving out money with this.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a decent parlay piece. Minus 210. That's not bad.
Okay. CJ Brown says, y'all thinking about doing any second live bets? Heck yeah. Second half live bets. Love them, bro. Love them.
Oh, for sure.
We were smacking those on the Olympics. Y'all should come in. That's what the Discord has most for the lives type of things. If you got time off and you're watching the games, you can chill in there with us, and we're finding the plays together. So come join us. The Discord is fun for real. Chris says, that boy E cursed. No, impossible. They caught you cursing, E.
No.
That wasn't you. That was his AI.
Yeah.
That was AI.
No, that was somebody else.
CJ Brown says, I like Carter points, especially with Mabry gone. You're down to ride with that Carter points, or is it too high for you now?
I mean, it's on up there, you know. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. You know, Mabry was kind of getting phased out of the offense anyways, but I would really like 19.5. So, I mean, on here, they have her to score 20 or more. So, I mean, essentially, the line would be at 19.5, and you could straight bet this. So, I can see her getting 20 points. It's just the beyond 20 points, we're kind of pushing it there.
It is.
And I'm almost even tempted to just, I mean, the first half really is just where a lot of her production's coming from. Like, in truth, if she doesn't have somewhere between a solid like 11 to 13 points in the first half, she's been kind of coming up short in the full game stuff. And I don't know if that's, you know, just from the lack of production in the first half, or, you know, what's going on with that. But it's interesting, you know. I just don't know yet if I want to play her straight up by herself, or, like I said, that combo prop with Copper is very, very appealing.
What do you think about her first half, like, PRA? Because I feel like they sleep on her RA a lot. Because her first half PRA is what, 14.5? Would you think she's going to handle the ball, get a few more assists with Mabry gone? Or no?
No. I mean, the playmaking will have a marginal, like very small marginal uptick. I think the biggest thing for her though is the rebounding upside. Could definitely see an increase there, which, I mean, she's been kind of, you know, right there around the high 3s, low 4 rebounds. So now, I think a large part of me wants to say no to the playmaking, just because, I mean, Lindsay Allen will still be with the starting unit. And I'm thinking that Michaela is probably going to sub out for Dana Evans as one of the first bodies in. And if that's the case, we're going to have two playmakers surrounding her in that small unit that they roll out. So I'm not 100% sure about it. I mean, obviously she should pick up some playmaking, but for certainty, I mean, you know, she's the offensive weapon on this team. It's her and Reese. So if she's shooting the ball, obviously she's not passing the ball. So, I mean, it's just kind of one of those correlation plays. You got to kind of think about which direction this game's going to take you.
And she's 21 points on Underdog, 20.5. Sorry, 20.5 on Underdog, 21 on PrizePicks. So a little bit better value on Underdog if you like the points.
And another thing, just thinking out loud here too, there is a really large possibility this could also just be a dynamic shift with Chicago in general. And let me elaborate just real fast on that. So for the majority of Carter, her playtime here with the team, she's been at the 3 spot. She's been playing as a small forward, essentially, just, you know, getting to the lane. So she's the Copper of Chicago. But now, with no Mabry was at the 2 spot. Go sit down, baby. Go sit down. Mabry was at the 2 spot. So assuming Michaela starts, Michaela's not a 2-point guard. She is a 3 and a 4. And we've even seen her play at the 5. So she's a big. She's not playing at the 2. So if that is the case, who's going to play at the 2? Well, that's going to be Carter. And if that's the case, then she's just going to be just a bucket. And that's where I'm like, I don't know right now, because we might not even have been able to see this current look of this offense they're about to roll out. It might be kind of a different look in general, and
right,
Carter might just be shooting the ball even more. Like, she could totally walk away with another 20 field goal attempts this game, and I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Right. So if you do decide to bet on her, you probably should bet small just in case. Never know. And then you can always bet second half if you see something different.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. I think maybe in the blind for this first matchup, that first half 14.5 PRA is maybe a little bit more appealing on the surface than what we're giving it credit for.
Yeah, I've been noticing a lot with her. They don't give her credit with the RA, but she usually gets there. I mean, asking for 4 RA is not much when you imagine she's playing the whole first quarter like she has been in 15 at least 15 minutes. I mean, she should fall into 2 rebounds and a couple assists. I mean, you're right there. If she goes a little more, you're just a little extra point or two. So it's interesting. I would like 13.5. I've seen that in the past, but it is what it is. Yeah, just play small. It's the first day back, guys. We just got to play small, and we're just getting back into it from the Olympics, right? Kind of getting familiar again with everything. Takes a while to really get into it like that. But doing a like check, guys, and we're doing pretty good. We're at 18, and there's 30 people watching, so if you haven't hit the like yet, please hit the like for us. We're trying to get some more people in here. It always helps out when you hit the like. We appreciate it very much. Josh Chapman says, I took Feezy's points under 19.5. So Feezy under. You were talking about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'm definitely not on the Feezy hype train yet. I mean, she could come out and totally show us, but it's a very difficult matchup. And I mean, so far, at least Washington, they've been pretty well committed to stopping points inside the paint, and they've been doing that pretty well. So yeah, I get it. Totally get it.
Cashier Family for Life says also BG under 19.5 points. So BG bumped up to 19.5. I know she was 18.5 yesterday. What do you think about her under 19.5? He says paint beast, but having to deal with Reese and Cardoso could be a bit of an issue. Just something to think about. The thing that's interesting, we were talking about that yesterday. You think Reese and Cardoso are going to be holding down the paint, but then you look at the stats, right? And Chicago's not the best in the paint, right? It's interesting.
Well, I mean, Chicago's actually they've tidied up their defense inside the paint quite a bit, where they were at least at the beginning of the year.
That's good. So, it must be Cardoso helping out, huh?
Yeah, she's been a really solid, impactful player now that she's been playing meaningful minutes, and the duo between them two has been really strong. The only thing that I will say about Cardoso, sometimes, I mean, she is a little bit handsy, with the defense. It does come to fouls sometimes. So, and same thing with Reese. We've seen her pick up some, early foul struggles here and there. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I would be careful because we're thinking about it a lot. We're thinking about quite a few unders for this game and hoping, somebody kind of sucks it up. But yeah, it's pretty high for BG. The only thing that kind of is a bit of a drawback, she might play a few more extra minutes because they don't have Becca Allen. So in the event that, say, Natasha Mack gets in any kind of foul trouble or she's just struggling out there, there's a good chance they'll probably bring Griner back a little bit early. But we need Camilla to not get in foul trouble. If she's in foul trouble, we'll probably toast. But I like it. I like all these ideas just based on the fact that they should be trying to feed Copper, and we're hoping they're going to feed Copper.
Cool. Yeah, I like that too. I definitely wouldn't be mad about it. These are all just small plays to kind of see what's going on in this first day back, though. We just got to remember, don't go too hard now. Extra pause. K Frosh, what's up, bro? He's here. He says, do we like Hamby under PR? I don't think she's hit that since Azare's been back.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that earlier. I think the under PRA, was it PRA was 31.5, I believe, on the books.
31,
a little bit better.
Yeah, 31 on PrizePicks and 30.5 on Underdog. What do you think about that PR in comparison, though? How does that look? Is it about the same to you? You don't mind either way?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, the assist, the playmaking downside is also very much there as well. I don't even think she has an actual assist line. Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, I don't mind it. Again, with the whole outside noise drama she's got going on with the lawsuit, I think that might take away some of her, mental game and mental strength. And in general, I mean, Stewie looked pretty solid playing defense in the Olympics, and I think we just need to make sure JJ shows up. As long as she's holding it down underneath the actual inside of the basket, and Hamby doesn't make it rain from three, because she's been kind of feeling her threes a little bit more lately, so that is a thing. But yeah, I don't mind it.
Okay. It does seem like her rebounds are kind of high at 9.5. With like K Frosh was saying, with Azure back, that's interesting. I might like that a little more now that he brings that up.
Yeah, let's look at I want to look at her second game, because I know she had one decent game against New York, and then let's see. Yeah, so I mean, kind of, you know, she hit on two different ends here. So one game she put up 20 real points, which is kind of interesting, and then the second game she had 11 rebounds. So the I think the RA actually has been something that's quite interesting to take on the under. It is at 12. I know on PrizePicks, so I would like 12.5, a little bit better.
Yeah, it's 12 on Underdog.
The best thing. The best thing about this matchup in particular is New York is shooting the most threes in the league, so the long ball rebound opportunity should be a little bit more scarce for her, you know, her and Azura for that matter. But it really just depends on Stewie. So the thing that kind of sucks, you know, double-edged sword here is we need Stewie to make her shots, because if she's coming out with that nonsense where she can't hit that little mid-range, Hammy's getting almost every single one of those down low. So that is something to think about, but I don't mind it. I like the scoring downside on it. I think that's probably the most difficult part for her, is just actually getting to the basket.
Okay, so just the points you're liking even better than anything.
You know, maybe, you know, because I mean, it's really, so the free throws. Let's look at this first game. How does she kill us? It was free throws. She had 8 free throws. The threes not there at all. 1 of 3, 0 attempts. Still played 32 minutes, so I do like to see that. She's probably going to be locked in for at least 31 minutes.
I will say
I wish it was on the road.
I will say the rebounds being lower now, though, is interesting. It is. The fact that they're implying 10 rebounds for her on her PR is interesting.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I
maybe
definitely
everything.
don't mind that.
Maybe
know.
a little bit, you know, a little bit on the points, a little bit on the PR or the PRA, whichever one you like. But maybe play both of them a little bit so you don't miss out. Just an idea.
I don't mind that at all.
Okay. CJ says, true, she's been scoring more than rebounding. Yeah, she hasn't been rebounding with the Azure. It'll be interesting to see how all these teams come back after this. This is a crazy break. This is not an all-star break. This is a month. It's just wild. Like, the difference in the players that weren't playing in the Olympics and how much they're rested in comparison to these players coming back from a different country and playing like that. Like, it's going to be great. Like, that's why that Stewie under is really interesting. Big 2 says milk truck. Big 2.
Milk truck. Yep. Under.
He's really Sophie Cunningham's boyfriend too. I mean, I don't just say things like that. That's real. That's crazy. CJ Brown says, y'all like Dolson over 4.5 rebounds. Milk truck. Speaking of.
It's hard to say for sure one way or another, just because we need to know if Shakira Austin is going to start or if she's coming off the bench, because that one coach has actually kind of messed with the lineup before, so we have seen her both come off the bench and start when she's come back from injury. So if both Austin and Sykes are starting, yes, I like the under, but if no Austin starting and Sykes, it's like that's right there on the line, right there. And mainly why I say that, because of just her specific matchup in that case. She's gonna see Feezy down low, and Feezy shoots everything under the basket, so a lot of potential rebounds I think could definitely be there. But again, we just need to see the starting lineup.
K Frosh says, also Angel Reese under PRA. Unless she grabs 20 rebounds, I don't see her possibly hitting this.
Yeah, so I was definitely looking at this earlier, and I know there's a lot of red bars for her that look pretty awful. The defensively, I wish Rebecca Allen was going to be there. That is something that we are going to be kind of sorely missing and kind of sweating. So two things could happen here, and one I'm kind of getting the feeling we could see is potentially they could start Natasha Mack alongside of Griner here, and they could go small with the second unit. So it's either that, which now that I'm thinking about it is maybe the more likely scenario, or they're going to have to bring in Sophie. And Sophie versus Reese, I don't think is going to go that well for Sophie. So if that's the case, I think there's a super potential sweat for Reese getting to the free throw line a whole lot. But, again, we need to confirm lineups there for that. Another thing that's a little bit, of a head scratcher to keep an eye out for, again, with the whole rebounding, second chance opportunities, second chance points for Phoenix. They're allowing the second most, and that's factoring with a little bit of Rebecca Allen in there. So this should actually be a worse defense, down low. But if Natasha Mack starts, yeah, I actually don't mind that. I think, she was 28, which is a pretty solid value. 27.5, I don't mind that still. But if Mack starts, yes, I like it. If Sophie starts, I think that could be a real big sweat. Like a real big sweat.
Okie doke. Chris says, boy, I'm fucking baked right now. Looking like my profile picture. Hey, that's funny, bro, because I was thinking that same thing. I was just sitting here staring at the half joint I had left and listening to what he was saying. I was like zoning out. CJ Brown says, might just take her rebounds. Maybe her rebounds. I don't know if that's, I think he's talking about Hamby. Hamby rebounds under. Yeah. That might be interesting too. I could see all those going under. Again, it's just the first day back. We just got to stay small with the bets right now.
Real quick, real fast. So Dee Richards is confirmed out for tomorrow. Ari McDonald, the late scratch, she's ruled out for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And Steph Talbot is out for tomorrow.
Oh, wow. McDonald's out, huh? Yeah, Rikia's even better, huh?
Yeah, Rikia's definitely playing minutes. I would for sure grab that 11.5 if it's still on PrizePicks. That's going to be leaving. And who else?
Right.
So hold up on Hamby. I would hit the timeout, pause on Hamby unders right now because she is going to bump up. Assumingly, she's going to bump up somewhere.
Good call.
Now that does make her playmaking a little bit more of a sweat. We got to look at this real fast. So who does that leave as the next playmaker? Lexi Brown.
PrizePicks removed all the Sparks losers.
Ah, dang. Oh, wow. So Lexi is actually out too. So they're going to be Kia Nurse and Crystal Dangerfield. Dangerfield actually might be starting here.
Oh, geez. What a game.
Yeah, and she just, signed with him right as we went on break, basically. So, okay, that's interesting. Well, that makes the guard position extreme. Oh, Claridon's going to start now.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, now that actually is going to be a thing, more than likely, I think Claridon is going to get the nod here, get back in the starting lineup. It's either going to be her or it'll be Dangerfield, one of these two players, more than likely. So that's kind of cool. I think that actually shores up a little bit more playmaking. Unfortunately, it's going to make a little bit more playmaking for Hamby, yes, but also for Rikia. I think now if we can find access to her fantasy, PRA, something like that, that's even more live than it was. It's 20 fantasy right here, dude. I don't mind that.
So they didn't remove anything on Underdog yet, huh? It's not big news. PrizePicks is just so wild.
Yeah. Well, a couple things to keep an eye out for. Again, if you want to take some of those unders, I would wait, give it a minute, and they'll probably bump her up a little bit.
Okay, cool. It's Zelly says, y'all sleeping on JJPRA. JJPRA over. What do you think about JJ? I know, man, her points and her shot attempts before the break was just so low sometimes, right? That's what makes it difficult.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I haven't played her in a hot minute, and I've been totally fine with that. Her lines are super low. I mean, especially the first half lines I thought were extremely low, but she just like goes out there and does, she either does great or she does nothing. And
yeah,
I don't know,
but
I could see it, again, I think Sabrina and JJ probably do a little bit more of the heavy lifting. So I wouldn't be surprised.
And I see Youngin said it actually too, right underneath, but, JJ's rebounds at 8.5, that's actually a little lower than it's been. And then if you think if Stewie's going to be more chilling from the Olympics, that has a good feel to it. 8.5. That's pretty low, right? Oh, I see. It's 0.79 on there.
Yeah, the payout's okay. I mean, I wouldn't fault you because she has been at 9 and 9.5 for so many slates in a row. But yeah, if you want to play her, I totally get it.
It's 9.
Man, I haven't been able to bring myself to play her, honestly.
It's 9 on PrizePicks. That's a little rough. Stewie's at 9 too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really mind Stewie's under on that either, but again, these are all kind of half guesses because we don't know how they're going to be after this such a big break. Ian's mad that I said Youngin was getting first place. I'm sorry, Ian. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Sorry. He said, what do you mean? While Youngin's been gone, I was getting first place. When he was around, don't do me like that. Just to show you how I do, Youngin, I'm calling you out. $5 on first tomorrow. Youngin, we're so happy you're back. Look at the spirit now around here. CJ Brown says, keep in mind Mercury got back-to-back games. Back-to-back games. We know how Tarasi and big old fart butt Brittany does. They might. It's interesting. Carter over 20.5 points. Talked about that already. It's okay. It's like a lot of these plays are just okay. They're difficult. They're difficult to really be confident on coming back like this. It's almost like the first game of the season, almost, right? CJ Brown says, y'all like Cardoso over rebounds. Mercury stay giving up boards. Now, the Mercury giving up boards is interesting that we had been talking about. You brought up beginning of the year, they weren't giving up rebounds to the centers. I remember that was a sneaky little spot you found. But then we realized they shoot so many damn threes, they're giving up rebounds to more guards, right? Not as much.
Yeah, primarily.
Yeah, so do you like Cardoso rebounds? Or would you fade that?
No, I mean, so the only problem with that, that was our strategy there for a long while Griner was out. But now with Griner being back, I mean, we've been obviously sweating her field goal volume, which is sometimes kind of low. But the man, some of these games where she's shooting 15 and 17 times, though, I mean, they're giving up hella rebounds to some people down low. And the fact that she gets to the free throw line a lot, too, you're kind of sweating that on the top end of it. What is she at? Here, let's look real fast. I'm assuming there's a little bit of juice probably on her and Reese. Oh, they're both even money. Okay. Let's see.
I totally forgot about Courtney Williams. We've been gone for a whole month. I just saw Courtney Williams' name.
Yeah.
Oh, Courtney Williams, we're betting on her again? Oh, shit.
Yeah, Camilla, I don't know about her. I mean, just in general, needing 9 rebounds has been kind of a steep ask. That's what 7 out of 15 games that she started. So not even 50%. I don't know how to feel about that. I'd probably fade that one, to be honest. I mean, they definitely give up a ton of rebounds, but she could also get into a little bit of foul trouble again, against Griner. Center's been kind of doing that. It's really just Sweat and Griner. Like whatever her field goal volume is, if it's around this low ball, 10 range, 10 to 13 range, I think we could be safe there. But 17 and 15 field goal attempts in the last 3 out of 4, that's a little bit of a concern. And she's coming back. I mean, essentially, she should be coming back completely ramped up. I mean, we haven't seen her eclipse really 30 minutes outside of these first few games, but you never know. You never know. Kind of feels like a neutral play.
The more we talk about the Mercury, and now we're, brought up that it's a back-to-back, and the thought of Griner just being Griner and just coming back from the Olympics, back-to-back Griner, Olympics, etc. Her points feel better and better. And talking about Chicago's defense getting a little better too. Man, that Griner under points, something about it. Sean Drake says, hey, underrated, do you think Caitlin plays more like Bird or Magic? Let's see. Caitlin plays more like... Whew, that's a good one. Caitlin's so damn good. She's like Bird and Magic. Can't call it. William says minus 200. I assume he's talking about the double-double. Let's see. Oh, Cashier Family for Life. I was right. He said, yep, that's me. Cashier Currency. Had to rebrand. Okay, I like it. Youngin says, I got Angel Reese 0.5 square. I got Angel Reese 0.5 square too, Youngin. Not special. Just kidding. Kevin Thomas says, Reese under fantasy. First game back from break and BG clogging the paint. And it rhymed.
Reese under fantasy. Yeah. Man, I'm so nervous for Reese under. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. She's one of I've seen several people post her, and
you know what today is this first game back. We all just got to do this. I'm telling you, like we just got to chill and just barely bet. Just bet for fun. Bet on leans because all these are going to be our leans. Just a month off is a long time, guys. This is really like the first game of the year. Yeah. Just bet small and we'll talk them through.
Really, you're sweating her blocks and her blocks. Steals more than anything. I don't mind it, man. I remember so many of these years past that every time we came back from the Olympic break, like no joke, or not the Olympic break, from All-Star break in general, which is a smaller time off, and
way smaller, way smaller.
Yeah, way smaller. Just the normal All-Star break. Teams coming back were playing so bad. Across the board, like the amount of unders that we had was just insane. So I'm definitely leaning towards just as general taking unders as much as possible for this first round back for all these teams, especially Phoenix on a back-to-back. That's very interesting.
I think you're onto something with that for real. I think you are. I really do. The Carter thing, I see you still have as the only over, and Rakia obviously earlier because it's so low. Those are the only two overs that feel half decent, and you have them up there. So I'm liking that whole idea. Bet small and bet unders, and I feel like we'll be all right.
And we should get a ton of live betting too. So don't even sweat.
Exactly.
All this the pre-flop plays. Like we don't have to go all in just yet. And there's still plenty of time for PrizePicks or Underdog to throw us more discounts. Like we're not cashing out until tomorrow night anyways. So it doesn't matter how much money we put in right now.
CJ Brown says, "What's the prop y'all like on Natasha Cloud? Even with the back-to-back." Shoosh. She's always a hard bet.
Yeah, just her assist, honestly. I had it in the queue for the 7.5. I don't know. I would play it at 7, but the 6.5, I could see her getting 7, no problem. So that one I didn't mind, but the payout kind of sucks on that one. You could consider the RA, but I'm kind of worried again. Copper might have herself a little takeover game, and if she does, she's not going to let her get the rebounds. But yeah, I could see the assist, no problem.
Hey, I'll say it now while we're on stream because I figured it out with Coach yesterday. So that 0.73. So think about it like this because you're going to change your mind about some of these plays. Watch this. Think about that 1.73 payout, right? You double it, it's 1.46. I know personally, just from doing European odds, 1.5 is minus 200. So they're giving us worse than minus 200 on that play. Just for your own betting mind, would you take Cloud at 6.5 assists at minus 220? Probably not, right? If you saw it on the books, like you should check her 6.5 assists on books. Her alt, they have that? Oh, they don't have 7. But really, you're getting minus 220 to get 7, basically. Just wanted to throw that out there because now that I see those X, we're gonna have to hone down on the values of those.
Yeah, I mean, like play wise, sure, I don't mind it, but the payout for this definitely sucks.
Yeah, you got to think minus 220 right there. So I know how your brain works, so I know we can do that in the same way where we can go minus 220 for that. Probably not.
Yeah, maybe not for that payout. So I mean, same thing, here for like Atkins, this 0.69x.
Yeah,
I think it's a great play, but the payout for it definitely sucks.
The thing is, I think people in general, when we do PrizePicks and when we do Underdog, they just want to win. Like they almost want to take the green goblin, demon, whatever the hell they are on PrizePicks, just to get that win. Sometimes that's almost okay, even if the odds are a little worse. If you only have access to PrizePicks and Underdog, you kind of got to bite the bullet every now and then. You can't really get the best value because you don't have every book like that. So we got to keep that in mind too. People like winning. You know what I mean? Regardless, even if they get paid less, they're like, yay, I won. Because it's so hard to win on these sites. But anyways, rant over again. Youngin says we can bet $10 money talks bullshit walks. Okay, Youngin's back with attitude too. I really like this. I really fucking like it. I can't say it. The energy was missing, Youngin. God damn, I'm glad you're back. Youngin says I said Bird. Magic can shoot like Bird. Yeah, you got a point, but Bird couldn't pass like Magic, so Caitlyn passes like a crazy person. Like I used to think it was more her threes, but it's not. It's more her passing. She's fucking phenomenal. CJ Brown says fact, shit both of them. Yeah, she's the shit. Look, we're sitting here comparing a rookie to Bird and Magic. This is crazy. Let's see, where are we at? Eric says, I can't believe E is 35. How old are you, underrated? Oh, you don't want to know, Eric. Hold on. I'm not even going to tell you. It's a secret. Youngin says he 34. Youngin, how the hell did you know that? That's dope. Ian Warner says, here you go, being a little greedy little weasel again. Ian and Youngin go back and forth. The energy is amazing today. I love it. Let's see. We need a question for E, though. He's getting bored, guys. I guess that's the only one. CJ Brown says, do you guys be on chalkboard or sleeper?
Do you play on this?
I looked at chalkboard. I know it was only on the iPhone for a while, and I'm an Android kid. I know, make all your jokes you want. I don't care. So I didn't have chalkboard for a while, but then they made the Android version, and I looked at it. I didn't really see anything worth going to, which I could be wrong, but it seemed like all the same kind of stuff. So I don't think, I always love having them on, comparing the values, don't get me wrong, but they even had less stuff. It's almost like better. Like I've checked that too. It just doesn't feel like they have anything there I'm missing. Sleeper also, it's just like Sleeper's payouts are shit. It looks like shit. You can only do it on your phone. I like doing it on my computer so I can see more shit, move tabs around, So, on those. They got value every now and then. I have Sleeper because they have, every once in a while they give you some free shit. That's about the only thing I use it for. What else we got? Can we get a ticket for the stream, Ian says. I don't know what that means, Ian, but still love you. COD props, E. I know it's off topic, he says, but
yeah, I was trying to see if Underdog had him up yet. We're still way out. Oh, wait. Oh, we do. Here we go. Yeah, so we will for sure have some COD plays for sure. I was waiting to see if they would put the lines up for us because They didn't have anything up for the esports yet. Oh, not this. Okay, yeah. So I'm still waiting on somebody to put up lines, game lines and stuff. Yes, I have definitely been looking at a lot of Call of Duty stuff and a few early leans that now I need to actually check and see what they have comparatively. Stay tuned for that. I mean, again, make sure you guys in the Discord checking all that stuff out. This will actually be the official last Call of Duty tournament of 2024 before Black Ops 6 comes out. So definitely make sure you guys are in that Discord. 7-day free trial down below.
Yeah, come to the Discord. It's fun. We're going to do second half betting as well for WNBA. And it goes on and on like that. We are done with the questions in the comments here. We know there's not even a game today, so we have plenty of time to come with plays tonight as well. What do you feel like doing? Feel like hopping off here, or you got something else you want to throw out there?
Yeah. No, we're gonna hop off here. You know, again, guys, we're gonna be doing this again tomorrow. We'll have a normal stream, and we'll definitely have a few more solidified plays. So we don't want to bore you guys too much with a lot of regurgitation of the same old. But now that we do have the boards up, and knock on wood that PrizePicks fixes whatever going on with them.
Well, Ian says, just real quick before we bounce, maybe you can do this. He says what he meant by a ticket. I was like, what? Ticket, a slip, or whatever. He just means, can you make a 3 to 5 man on Underdog, since that's all we got to play with right now. So maybe your top 3, I guess, if you could, or we could together. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about the 3 best ones there?
I mean, I definitely like the Dolson and the Tarasi under. Stewie, I need to look at that a little bit further, but I don't mind that. I know you like that one too. Yeah, I mean, these 4, I like these 2 the most so far, but yeah, these, I get that.
Can you scroll down a little? What was the ones under Carter?
These are the lower payout.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. So those top 4.
Yeah. And Ian, I know, is in the Discord, so you will definitely be having first access to all that stuff. So just bear with us. After we hop off here, I'm going to go feed them, walk them real quick, and then we'll hop back into more plays and, yeah, get it going.
Cool. And then do you remember, I know PrizePicks fucked up on you. Do you remember, besides that first Rakia play, what else you had there that you liked?
Yeah, so it was the combo rebound prop with Collier and Angel Reese. I think it was 22.5 or 23.5. That one I think was pretty solid. The combo point prop between Carter and Copper, I think that one's pretty solid. I believe it was at 45. And then there was which is still kind of a maybe for me personally. Come here, buddy. The combo assist prop between Cloud and Sabrina, that was at 13. I had some interest in that one, still doing a little bit of a deep dive on that, but I think the other ones are still pretty solid.
Okay. And then we'll get PrizePicks fixed, and we'll be back tomorrow before the games to finalize all our plays we like, right?
Yeah, guys. I mean, this is, again, just initial looks, early leans, and we're kind of playing the waiting game for DraftKings to hurry up with their lines, so PrizePicks can make their bumps and stuff afterwards. Oh, it looks like we actually just got a line. So
there you go.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, we'll have some kind of movement coming here shortly. They don't have combos up yet, so it doesn't look like they're gonna dabble into that. But and McDonald's still up here. All right. Yeah. That's I feel like we're at a good stopping point for right now, and we'll pick this back up again. Keep an eye out for that video for the plays tonight, and then we'll be back for our stream for this as usual for tomorrow as well. So
Preliminary.
Underrated,
shit.
my guy.
Yes, sir.
You got anything else? Big guy?
No. I'm happy we're back. Just chilling today, and we'll have some more. And after tomorrow happens, and we got some second half smashes, then we'll be right back in the swing of things. I'm glad we're back, though. Tell you that.
Exactly. Oh, for sure, man. So glad. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. On the way out, do us a huge favor. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on that video later on tonight. Stay tuned for that. And, yeah, we will see you guys back here later. Peace.